Hi guys, thanks for joining us again on the channel. So, there's a reason I haven't talked about this one until now. It's not because I didn't want to talk about it, but because I needed to get it right. And now, the wait's over. But before we get into that, don't forget to check this exclusive discount for it. You can find the link in both the video description and the top comment below. Now, let's not waste any more time and jump right into the details. Starting things off, our first reviewer gives us their perspective.
This reviewer recently got their hands on an electric bike and wanted to share their experience. Having tested a bunch of e-bikes before, from those small-wheeled clown bikes to cruisers and mountain bikes, this client has a good sense of what they look for. Key features include a decent motor for hills, a good range of gears, pedal assist, ease of mounting, especially important, a comfortable ride with good suspension, fat tires for stability, and a detachable battery for convenient charging. This particular bike seemed to check all those boxes. The reviewer was really impressed with the power of the motor. It's strong enough that the rapid acceleration might surprise you. The ride quality was excellent, with fat tires and dual suspension making for a smooth experience, even on rougher terrain. It even accommodated carrying a passenger, which was a plus. The reviewer also appreciated the tidy cable management and the ease of shifting gears. The control panel was easy to use and read, displaying all the important information clearly. The battery is the largest they have seen on an e-bike, promising long rides, either fully electric or with pedal assist. However, there are a couple of things to consider. Firstly, this thing is heavy, mainly due to the large battery and powerful motor. Secondly, the bike's top speed might make it unsuitable for certain bike paths or areas with speed restrictions, so it's essential to check your local laws before really opening it up. Compared to other options, this bike offers good value, especially considering its strong motor. It's also a better buy than a similar name-brand competitor. Overall, the reviewer really enjoyed riding it and felt in control.
Excellent. Let's find out what our next reviewer has to share about their experience.
This reviewer was looking for their first electric bike, and after comparing the specs of many different models from various brands, they settled on this particular one. They were happy they made the purchase before the production run sold out, as this scooter exceeded their initial expectations. Initially, there were a couple of minor issues. Despite the packaging being undamaged, the steel derailleur guard was slightly bent, hindering gear shifting. Also, the rear brake cable was loose. Thankfully, these issues were easily fixed after a bit of troubleshooting, and since then they haven't experienced any performance problems. Apparently, the brakes are linked to the controller, so the loose cable might have caused the motor to cut out temporarily. On the positive side, this scooter arrived quickly and was packaged extremely well, with all the necessary tools included for minimal assembly. The reviewer was impressed with the frame design, the quality of the components, and the overall look. It's a robust machine that seemed well assembled right out of the box. The performance is excellent, offering plenty of torque and responsive controls. The lights are a nice touch, and the seat is surprisingly comfortable. The manual disc brakes are adequate for the scooter's top speed, as long as they're properly adjusted. It performs well on both streets and trails, doing exactly what you'd expect, and its appearance always attracts compliments. The company's product support was also prompt and helpful. Stock, it is more fun than it looks. It is more of a throttle-controlled ride due to its weight and design, and the reviewer has already started making upgrades like new tires and mirrors. They've even moved the headlight for better visibility. The design of this scooter is excellent and lends itself to performance upgrades like better suspension and brakes. The reviewer believes that with a battery and motor upgrade, this scooter could easily reach higher speeds. The basic.
Alright, let's find out what our next reviewer has to share.
This reviewer thinks this electric bicycle is a solid choice, especially if you're car-free like them and need a reliable way to get around. They found it to be fast and easy to ride and surprisingly straightforward to put together. Despite some minor irritations, they feel it's worth the cost because it fulfills their transportation needs. However, they did run into a few snags. First off, they're already dealing with a leaky inner tube, which seems to be caused by the tire itself. A reviewer is concerned that they might be constantly replacing tubes and potentially even the tire if this continues to be a problem. Another issue is the handlebars, which they describe as unstable. No matter how much they tighten the connecting point, the handlebars tend to wiggle and shift over time, requiring constant readjustment. It is quite annoying. The front-wheel drive also has a quirk. Apparently, when you engage it, it's full throttle right away. This means if you're standing still, the front tire will just spin out of control. Our client's advice is to only activate the front-wheel drive once you're already moving. Lastly, they're a bit concerned about the battery attachment point. It seems somewhat unstable, and they worry that repeated bumps and rough roads could cause it to become even shakier. They also suggest being cautious in wet conditions as the battery prongs are exposed. They recommend covering the battery area when not in use, especially if you might be riding later, to prevent moisture damage.
That's it for today's review. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more content like this. I'd love to hear your thoughts, so drop a comment below and let's chat. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.